Hey guys, welcome to the Wild Side, and this week we're talking about this persimmon. What is a persimmon? We'll find out this week on the Wild Side here at Pipe Creek, Texas with Happy Tales. All right, behind me is my good friend Anita Lanahan, and she is holding Manabi. And Manabi is a ring-tailed lemur. Now, ring-tailed lemurs and all lemur species can be found on the island of Madagascar. That's an island the size of the state of Texas off the eastern coastline of Africa. Now, this is a frugivore, ladies and gentlemen, which means they eat primarily fruit. They have a dental comb on their bottom jaw, which they use to groom one another with, and then very large teeth, which they use to rip into those yummy pieces of fruit. Now, I know Anita's making this lemur look really, really sweet, and Manabi is. Great ambassador animal for Happy Tales. But lemurs make terrible pets. In all primates, capuchins, different species of monkeys, great apes like chimpanzees and orangs, terrible pets, including persimmons, ring-tailed lemurs, red ruff lemurs, black and white lemurs, brown lemurs, terrible, terrible pets. You have to understand that these animals are territorial species. They like to control a troop. And sometimes when you bring that into your home, they can not really mesh with you too well. They also are very active. They jump and climb and run on everything. When they go to the restroom, that's their primary job in the forest they live in, is seed dispersers. So as Anita gives him a piece of fruit, he digests the fruit but does not digest the fruit seeds. Those seeds travel through his body and come out the other end. And Anita, how fun is cleaning lemur poop? It's not fun at all. Lemur poop gets everywhere. It's very sticky and gooey, but it is important for the forest they live in, not important for the homes that you live in. So please, do me a favor. Do not make a lemur or any primate a member of your family. It is a really bad idea. In fact, Manabi came to Happy Tales from a lemur rescue in North Texas. This woman up there, she has lemurs all over the place, confiscated because of poor exotic pet ownership. Avoid that. Leave these animals to the professionals, and more importantly, leave these animals on the island of Madagascar. You see, export of their native species for the pet trade is one of the lead ecological disasters happening to the island of Madagascar. More animals are smuggled out of that country than most other countries around the world on a yearly basis. And you can help curb the exotic animal wildlife trade, and you can help animals like Manabi maintain in their natural environments. Now, to help Madagascar rebuild, reduce what you use and don't purchase furniture made of exotic hardwoods from the island of Madagascar. Right, Anita?
Right.
Now, Anita takes care of this animal along with her husband Mark here at Happy Tales in Pipe Creek, Texas. They do an amazing job educating the public. But Anita, when you introduce Manabi to different people, what are some of your favorite lemur facts that maybe I haven't said already?
All right. Well, like you said, he is a ring-tailed lemur. They are the most common species, most recognized by humans because of their color and also because of movies like Madagascar, King Julian. Ring-tailed lemur has 26 rings, 13 white, 13 black on his tail. His tail is longer than his body. He uses it as a blanket. He'll also use it for balance as he's moving through the trees. And another interesting fact, I think you'll enjoy this, Clay, is the males on the inside of their arm. I don't know if you can zoom in a little bit right there. On each arm, he has a scent gland. What the males will do is they'll run their tail through that scent gland on each arm, and then they'll take their tail and they'll throw it over their head at the other males, and they have stinky tail fights. The male that wins the fight wins the highest female, because the female runs the troop in the ring-tailed lemur world. And he is a primate. What sets primates apart from every other family of animal? Our opposable thumbs. We're primates as well. He has an opposable thumb, so if he thought about it, he can touch each digit with his thumb. He also has an opposable big toe. So if he thought about it, he can touch each toe with his big toe. All other primates, with the exception of humans, have an opposable big toe. It helps them to climb the trees. We're built for walking upright.
Now, what's interesting about lemurs, folks, like she said, they're prosimians. So the way I like to describe prosimians, Anita, to everyone, is they have all the monkey parts, but not necessarily some of the monkey brains. Their intelligence scale doesn't go to that of the gorilla or the orangutan or even the capuchin, but they are extremely well versed into navigating their environment in Madagascar, which again, I can't say it enough. Madagascar is the only place on the planet where you can naturally find living lemur species. Over 66, or just about 66, different species of lemur call that environment home, and each year species either go extinct or get closer to extinction. Very easily, in Anita or my lifetime, we could see the eradication of lemurs from the island of Madagascar altogether.
Bang.
And because of Madagascar's conservation needs, think about a pizza, a big 10-slice pizza. Well, over 90% of the habitat of Madagascar has been destroyed. So get 9 of those slices of pizza and just throw them into the wind. And then get that last slice of pizza and dice it up into tight little tiny pieces. That's all these lemurs have left in their environment to live on. Folks, it's an amazing animal, an amazing frugivore, an amazing prosimian, and an amazing opportunity to come here and learn about this animal with Anita and Happy Tales. As always, folks, stay wild, conservation rules, and we'll see you next week when we highlight yet another of your favorite species. Until then, I mean, you kind of got to say it because it's a ringtail, right? Until then, I guess we got to move it. We got to move it.